welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my bedroom, and more specifically, welcome to the couch in my bedroom that doubles as our diaper changing station. Actually, it's our diaper changing station, our couch, and also my pumping area, because this is frequently, that's why the pillows are set up like this, where I will sit and lounge and pump. Now, I have to start off this video by throwing out there that I threw my neck out twice this month, and the last time I threw it out was like 11 or 12 days ago, but I'm still like kind of moving like a robot. So if you think that I'm moving like a robot, that's what's going on. So for today's video, I am super excited to share all about my newest passion in life, guys. Cloth diapering. No, but seriously, as you guys know, I had my son Logan almost 4 months ago, which is crazy. And we have been cloth diapering now for, I'd say, almost 3 of those months, like 2.5 of those months. So we're still technically like newbies to the whole cloth diapering process. It's not something that like we've been doing forever. And honestly, I'm probably gonna end up making like an updated video down the line once he starts eating solid foods, or I don't know, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just like reference it in a day in my life. But once he starts eating solid foods and is going like actual poop, which that has to do with part of what we're going to talk about today as well when we go through everything. But I'm sitting here because I actually have some cloth diaper laundry to do. I need to construct his diapers, and Dan was like, why don't you film the video like while you're constructing the cloth diapers? Now I'm a little bit embarrassed, not only to be doing this, I'll explain why, but also to be filming this video in general, because I'm definitely not a cloth diapering expert. Like I mentioned, we've only been doing this for a couple of months, and there are people that have been cloth diapering like multiple children for years and years. So I don't really feel like, part of me feels like I don't really have space to speak on this, but then part of me has also quickly become so passionate about this. And honestly, we've already saved money. Like, even if this only worked out for like a couple more months, this has been cheaper than if we had been buying disposable diapers. And so I went to Instagram, I told you guys about this, and I asked for your guys' questions about cloth diapers, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't like miss anything that you wanted me to talk about. Now, one other thing I want to say, because I know there are so many people that know so much more about cloth diapering than I do, I kind of want the comment section to also be like a conversation. So if I say something that you've had like a totally different experience with, or there's other brands or tips and tricks, feel free to leave them down below. Because yeah, that's partially why I'm embarrassed to do this. Partially why I'm embarrassed also is because I told Dan, like, just like kind of when you film cleaning videos, or really any videos, I guess you're putting yourself out there. I'm always paranoid that I'm like a really gross person, that people are like, ew, Nikki, gross. So like, I don't know, I'm just a little nervous, but I'm just gonna share it, because I think the thing about doing this whole cloth diapering process that has been shocking to me is how much easier it has been than I expected. So I had liked the idea of cloth diapering before Logan got here. We actually got the diapers before he was born, but when I got them in the mail, there's all these snaps. So we're gonna go over this snap situation, at least for the kind that I got, and I love them. I highly recommend them. But I was intimidated, and literally Dan and I could not figure out how we were supposed to snap these things and do them. And I had to kind of like scour the internet to figure out like, what do I snap where? Like, everybody says that these fit for like a tiny baby through like a large baby. I don't even remember the weight age range. It's wide. But we couldn't figure out how to change the snaps. So that was part of it. And when Logan got here, you know, we're first time parents, so there was so much other stuff we felt like we needed to focus on. We couldn't even think about that yet. So we did disposable diapers in the beginning. But then right around the time that everything going on in the world right now that apparently we're not allowed to talk about, like we're not allowed to say the name of the channel without getting demonetized, all of that started to kind of kick in, and I started to sense, oh, paper products could be hard to get a hold of. Let's whip the cloth diapers out of the closet. So I pulled them out, and I spent a day just like watching videos, and I finally figured it out. I felt low-key dumb when I figured it out, because it's really easy, but maybe it's new mom brain. I don't know, it wasn't obvious to us at first. So that was an extremely long intro. Honestly, what else would you expect from me? Also, I do feel a little bit paranoid about my next situation. I feel like I'm low-key talking weird. I'm like very uncomfortable still. I'm not too uncomfortable. I wouldn't be filming otherwise, but just roll with me. So I'm going to open up my phone, read the first question, take it from there. We're going to start with budget and brand. Someone said, what is the budget for cloth diapering? Is $400 enough to start a collection? What brand are you using? How many do you have on hand, and how often are you washing them? So we're going to start with that. Now, here's the thing about cloth diapering. There are a lot of different kinds, and that is part of what made it difficult for me to figure out in the beginning, because I was like, pre-folds, pockets, all-in-ones, like what the heck? I'm not gonna lie, I still low-key don't fully understand the difference. The kind that I have though, I believe is called pocket diapers. And the reason they call it that is because, as you can see, I'm stuffing the diaper right now with the little insert. So the way that these ones work, this is from a brand called Alva Baby. They're super affordable on Amazon. I want to say it's $40 for 6 of them. And they come with these things called shells. So that's what I'm stuffing the pad into. So you do have to put something in the shell. People also will ask if you can just reuse the shell and change out the insert. I mean, I guess do whatever you want, but my answer would be no. When you change the diapers, you need to change the whole thing. But so, yeah, so they're called Alva Baby. You put the little insert on the inside. And then what I do, I fully make the diaper up for Dan. Dan changes like 95% of Logan's diapers. I do all of the diaper laundry. So I pre-stuff it. I make sure everything is like snapped and done in place, and then I line them up over there. It's kind of off track, but also what would you expect from my videos? So $400, in my opinion, is way more than you actually even need to get started on a collection, depending on your lifestyle. So I posted something on Instagram the other day that was like comparing the breakdown with disposable diapers versus cloth diapers. And I actually don't even think those numbers were right. I was kind of just trying to make a point. They were like, oh, $500 for a cloth diaper collection for life versus $1,000 a year for diapers. I'd say the $1,000 a year for diapers is about right. That's what we were finding. It was so much money. But the $500 to have your cloth diaper collection, so this is where it depends on your life. We are home most of the time, especially me. And so I'm able to do laundry every day. We do a load every day. We have 18 diapers. I don't know if you could hear me because I just realized I clapped over my own talking. We have 18 diapers. So we bought this little set of 6 3 times from Amazon. And honestly, I don't know, like we could use more, but we don't really need more. We do our laundry, I'd say every time we're down to about half. So the lineup gets lined up next to his changing table. And once he's only got a few, maybe more than half, once he's got maybe 5 left is when the diaper bag, which we'll talk about with all of his dirty diapers, gets washed and cleaned. And then it like restocks back up. Now the thing is, you don't want too many diapers and inserts and stuff in the washing machine when you're washing them, because you want everything to get adequately clean, but you don't want not enough, because part of the cleaning process is the fact that the diapers and the inserts kind of rough up against each other. So you want like a good amount. So that's why I stopped myself and said, no, it isn't half. If I'm picturing it, it's about once we get down to like 4 or 5 is when the laundry gets done. So the brand Alva Baby, $400, way more than enough. So $40 for 6 diapers. We literally spent like $160 for all these diapers, and we don't foresee needing any more. We probably will get more. We actually, more would be a bonus. It just allows you to kind of like stretch the time that you have to do your laundry out, but it's definitely not necessary. Now someone actually commented something last night on my Instagram, or yesterday when I posted that thing about a random burp towel that got washed, or I guess we call it like an all-in-one towel. It's literally used for everything having to do with the baby. Not literally everything, pretty much just burps and occasional spit ups and drool. Anyways, I posted that little thing on Instagram, and someone was like, hey, just playing devil's advocate here, I wonder if the cost breakdown is a little closer because of power and water. And here's the thing, I'm gonna say it probably depends on where you live. So water in Tennessee, because we have no shortage of water out here, is like dirt cheap. Doesn't cost anything. I mean, dude, we have rainstorms almost every single day. It's actually insane. So for us, that does not make a difference. Our power bill is super low. That might be different somewhere like in California where water's more, expensive and more scarce. Even still, I don't know, man, disposable diapers are so expensive. It adds up. So I still think it would end up being cheaper. Obviously, if someone knows for a fact that's not true, feel free to chime in down below, but my gut says it still would be a lot cheaper. So yeah, now I do have to say, I'd say for about the first 2 weeks of cloth diapering, maybe even 3, we only had 6 diapers. And those 6 diapers were working fine. We were washing them every single day. It was a little intense, but it was at the beginning of the issue going on right now that I can't use the specific name of. So all of the cloth diapers were also pretty much sold out at that point. But then after about 2 to 3 weeks, we went on and purchased 2 more sets. And so that's what we've been using now is these 3 sets. But just those 6 diapers, like it was working. Like if it's an emergency, like that was fine. So yeah, now I will say about Alva Baby, here's what I'm liking about them. I like all their colors. We have like a full rainbow collection of solid colors. I like their colors, but that's kind of doesn't really matter. Their snaps are super durable. Like I'm shocked at how well and how secure these snaps are. We'll see as months and maybe years go on, but they're very secure. Now, we don't baby our diapers. So some people are very careful about how they wash them, how they dry them, the type of detergent that they use on them. That is not us. We literally wash them in the washing machine and we dry them in the dryer. And I'm going to get into all of that, but I wanted to throw that out there, the fact that we don't baby them, because they're holding up so well. Like all the little special things people talk about online with like certain detergents and like line drying certain things. I'm like, I just don't have the capacity to be doing that right now. And it doesn't even seem to matter yet. Like obviously over time, anything you beat down more aggressively is going to wear faster, but they're staying together so well. And these diapers, there are some people that do cloth diapers that are actually organic fabric, and that's really rad. I would like those cloth diapers. These are not them. But I still think, one of the draws people have to back away from disposables, other than the price, other than, their belief on the impact that it can have on the environment. On top of that, it's the chemicals and the fact that it's a paper product, like on your baby's private parts. So I still think, even though it's not organic, so, the cotton's been farmed with whatever, I still think that this is a better option because you're washing it, it's fabric, it doesn't have that, I don't remember what the chemical is, but there's some kind of chemical that is sprayed on basically all diapers to help with absorbency, and these don't have that. And honestly, they just seem so comfortable. Like if I had to wear a diaper all day, every day, I would not want to wear a paper product diaper. I would want to wear fabric. After postpartum, I wore those I don't want to call them granny. They're not granny panties, but you know what I mean. The paper high-waisted undies. I wore them for maybe like a week and a half. And then I was like, I literally can't do this anymore. And I had to just start wearing like my regular underwear, and I would just put like pads in there. Next time, if I get to have it next time, I'm totally gonna make sure I have a pair of those like Thinx underwear, which is basically like underwear that you wear. It's like it's reusable period underwear, so it has a built-in pad, all that. So that's the other cool thing about these. But really what I wanted to say about Alva Baby is I am so beyond impressed by the price, the quality, the durability, which I guess is the same thing. I'm gonna read these other questions rather than continuing to go off, because I want to like address the point and then talk about it. Oh, well, that's perfect. Someone said, what is the absorbency? Do they leak? Do you feel like they're preventing diaper rashes? Okay, so absorbency, really great. We've actually recently, so in the daytime, he wears the diapers with one of these things stuffed inside of it. So in the day, that's what he does. One is fine. His diapers get changed. It depends. I don't know. Every couple hours, just depends what we think is going on. Like if we hear him pooping, obviously his diaper is going to get changed afterwards. But okay, I don't fully know how to answer this because he was only in disposable diapers, like I said, for like that first month, maybe few weeks. And I felt like the absorbency was similar, but as he's grown, he's obviously going to the bathroom a lot more. He has had a couple of blowouts, but I was talking to my mom about this and she was like, regular diapers have blowouts. Like that's just what happens sometimes with babies when they're sitting squished on their butt and then they poop and then they bounce around. But I don't want to overplay it here because he really hasn't had many. Like I'm trying to think that it's actually come out of the diaper like a handful of times. It's not super common for that to go down. I feel like the absorbency is great. I honestly am so much more impressed with cloth diapers, specifically these ones, that's the only one I've tried, than I expected to be. I really thought it was going to potentially be gross. It was potentially going to leak everywhere. I was scared to try, but I wanted to. That is not what has happened at all. It is shocking to me how easy and normal this feels. And he's not like leaking poop and pee everywhere. Like if we leave him in a diaper for too long, which too long is very relative because sometimes you don't realize it's been too long. You're like, well, I didn't know that you were secretly taking like 4 pees in there over the last 10 minutes. So sometimes if it's longer than, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. Like if we should have changed him earlier, if he's like sitting up cuddled on me, suddenly I'll be like, what? Wait a minute. And I'll like lift him up and in the back, there'll be like a line because sometimes the pee will come up like near the top and you'll see like, so I'll have a line of pee or like right around his, like the leg holes, but it's very minimal. I also feel like that's the mom life. And like I said, it's minimal. It's nothing crazy. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm covered in pee. So, yeah, it's got great absorbency and he takes some big poops, people. Now, speaking of poop and pee, let me read this next question once again before I go off because I don't want to go off on tangents that I'm like missing specific points you asked. Okay, so the overwhelming top questions were all about cleaning them. I'm going to just kind of like read through some of these and then talk. How do you change the diaper, dispose of it, etc.? How do you wash them? How do you clean them? And how long does it take? What do you do with the poop? How do you sanitize them? How do you clean stains off? Is it messy? Do you have a hose attachment on the side of the toilet for cleaning them? Does it make a poo slushy in the washer? Okay, so here's the deal. Something that maybe not everyone knows. Maybe you guys are like, great, good job, Captain Obvious, because keep in mind I knew nothing about newborns or babies before having a baby. Here's something I didn't know. When babies are born, up until about 6 months, or when they start eating solid food, which is around the 6-month range, but varies for different babies, depending on when they can hold their head up, when they show interest in food, when you're deciding to introduce them, all that jazz. But prior to that, if they're just drinking milk, they don't have real poop. So like all of Logan's poop is just like slushy, soft serve, yellowy orange sludge, which means because it's not food, it's completely water soluble. So up until the point that they're eating foods, you don't have to do anything to the diaper other than wash it. And no, it doesn't create a poo slushy. Now, I will say, someone had asked me recently if, because Logan was on formula early when I had him, about maybe 2 weeks after he was born, he took a couple of bottles of formula. So he wasn't on formula. That wasn't his full diet. But I started freaking out that I wasn't making him enough milk. So we bought some formula and he took a couple of bottles throughout that week. After that week, I ended up catching up and realizing, okay, we're fine. But we had it there for that. And his poops were very different. His poops with breast milk smell like milk, honestly. I don't even like milk. His poops with the formula, we would joke, kind of smelled a little barnyardy, like, oh, someone took a poop. It had a different smell. And we did not we were not cloth diapering at the time. So like when he was using the formula. So I'm not sure if this is different for formula babies versus breastfed babies. I want to say with a good amount of confidence it's not, because it's still not solid food. So I don't think your baby's gonna poop actual poop. But you know, maybe like fact check that on Google, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. So what happens is, you know, we've got all these diapers set up, and just like how I'm stuffing it to make it a diaper for him, when he's done, like when the diaper is dirty and Dan's changing the diaper, Dan will take the diaper off and take the insert, pull the insert out, and then drop it in our dirty diaper bag. Now, a lot of these diaper companies, including Alva Baby, which is the one that I bought my bag through, they sell something called wet bags. And wet bags are just bags that are made with a certain kind of fabric, so that when you put something in there and you zip it up, it's not going to let out any of the moisture, so no pee, poop, nothing. But then on top of that, it actually locks in the smells. So at least with the, you know, breastfed babies, but I really think it's both, because I've heard this from everyone. It locks in the smell like you're using a diaper genie. Like there's no bleed out smell. At least, like I said, in our house, we don't smell anything. I just want to make that joke, pigs don't smell, pigs smell. Maybe it does have a smell and we don't realize it, but I don't think so, because my sisters come over or have come over and they've never said anything. So we have 3 diaper bags that we will rotate through, because originally I didn't realize the size of these bags and I got a 2-pack. So at first these were the only bags we had. They're little wet bags. Now these, side note, actually double as our to-go diaper bags. So I'm actually really glad we have 3. So we have 2 of these small ones, and then we have 1 big striped one that's like 2 or 3 times this, I'd say 3 times this size. And we just, you know, keep them once they get cleaned, they get folded up. These we actually clean with the diapers. So when Dan takes the dirty diaper off, he pulls the insert out and he literally just drops the diaper and the insert in the wet bag and zips it back up. And when that bag gets full, we go to the washing machine, dump everything from the bag into the washing machine, because everything's already been separated, and also put the bag in the washing machine, and then we wash it and then we dry it. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's it. And then when it comes out of the dryer, I just reassemble the diapers, line them back up for Dan, and he's good to go. Now, with our diapers, we do not use, like, so you guys know I'm weird like this. I have this in a lot of random areas in my life. I strive for a healthy, you know, health-focused, natural lifestyle, but I don't implement that in everything in my life. Like, I kind of just take it on a case by case basis, because A, it's hard to make everything in your life like super clean and, you know, natural and whatever. But B, I don't think all super clean, natural things work super well. And sometimes I don't care. I'm like, whatever, I don't need it to be, you know, super effective or perfect. And sometimes I'm like, no, I need the super effective one. And so with our diapers, I have 2 different laundry soaps that we keep, and I alternate between depending on what I'm vibing I want to wash with. So I have a natural laundry soap that I use often on like our sheets, a lot of my clothes. And then I have a regular laundry detergent, like an Arm & Hammer baking soda, whatever laundry detergent, that I use on our diapers. I use on our whites. You don't need to know that. But yeah, those are kind of the main things on the diapers and the wipes and the towels. Or not wipes. Diapers are bed covering and towels. Wow, that was all worded really weird. Anyways, so we use regular heavy duty soap. Now someone might be like, why, like if you're getting away from the chemicals in the disposable diapers, why are you using them in the laundry soap? I still think it's a better option. I don't know. I don't feel like we're using a super toxic laundry soap. And honestly, even if we were, I still think that that is a better option if it's something you can do versus a disposable. All that to say, the reason we don't use the natural soap, and maybe I could try, but for some reason in my head, I just don't think it's going to be as effective on diapers as like heavy duty soap would be. So that's what we use. Like I said, I don't remember the name. I just know it's like an Arm & Hammer yellow bottle of laundry soap. Now, I want to go back to something someone asked about leakage in the diapers. So he's got like a full rainbow. This is just some of them. They're over there of diapers. And we joke that his white diapers are the classic diapers. And we've just decided to reserve these for nighttime. And so when I'm doing the laundry, I actually take 2 of the inserts, I stack them together, and I stuff them in. So we call him his double diaper. And he uses his double diaper at night because Logan has gotten to the point now where he will sleep anywhere from 4 to 5 hours without having to wake to eat. And when he wakes to eat, that is when Dan changes him. So Dan actually pretty much handles Logan at night because Logan is bottle fed and I pump. And so I wake up and pump in the night twice. Dan is usually waking up once or twice in the night to bottle feed Logan as well as change his diaper. So I double, you didn't need to know any of that information, but I double stuff this diaper. We actually have 2 of the white diapers. The other one I think is dirty. I double stuff both of them and they're set in the lineup, and Dan uses that at night so that he can go longer without a risk of leaking. Now we just implemented this routine and he's used single diapers a lot. And even just with the single inserts, he still doesn't really leak all the time. But the double diaper, just like the double insert, really just more like guarantees that. Now, when you order diapers from Alva, you actually get 2 inserts per diaper. So we have tons of inserts. So that's kind of nice because if any of them end up getting too ratty, which, you know, rattiness, it kind of doesn't matter because they're just diaper inserts. Like, who cares, right? But it's cool that we have so many. Now, I will say, someone commented recently on a video that we need to try the hemp inserts, and I'm all about hemp. I'm a big CBD fan. I've been putting CBD on my neck like crazy recently. I just find CBD to be really helpful, and CBD is obviously in the hemp family, and someone said that the hemp inserts are really, really absorbent, and they're also really affordable. There's also bamboo inserts I know people really like. I can't speak to any of those because I haven't tried any of them. I've only tried the ones that come with Alva Baby, and I believe these are microfiber. But yeah, side note, you don't ever, just so you know, you don't ever want to take the diaper and like get lazy with it and just lay the insert on the inside, because maybe you're like, I don't want to like clean the shell right now, or it's my last shell. You would be better to take like a towel and lay it down on the inside versus these, because what I've read, I don't know if this is true, but I've read this is actually not good to be straight up against the baby's skin. So the lining on the diaper is not microfiber. I think it's like a fleece type fabric. I don't remember. But you don't want to just like lay the microfiber down. You want to actually like put it in the pocket. Now, once Logan starts eating food and has actual solid poop, our whole cloth diapering routine is going to change slightly. Really, it's going to change for Dan, bless his heart. What will happen is when you take it off, a lot of people do end up installing those little hoses to their toilet, and they're pretty cheap, especially compared to what you'd be spending on disposable diapers. But you basically take the diaper over to the toilet and you take the hose and you like kind of power wash the poop off into the toilet, so that once you get that poop off, yes, you've got, you know, a poopy stained diaper, but you're not throwing like chunks of poop into your washing machine. Now, I will say, even with that happening, and there are lots of ways. Some people don't have the hose. Some people just take a piece of toilet paper and they kind of just like wipe it off into the toilet, like push the chunks down. Some people use like a spray bottle. People have different ways of doing this. But I have heard that when you start washing actual poopy diapers, every once in a while you need to kind of do like a washing machine reset, and people also have different versions of that. There are products on the market. My friend actually did a brand deal with some company called Eco Swirls, and that's actually kind of specifically what it is, like a tab you put in your washing machine that helps to clean out the washing machine. Some people do things with like vinegar and baking soda. I'm not even gonna go into that because I don't really know much about that yet. I'm very much like a take it as I go kind of person, and I'm not there yet, so that's not where my brain is. But I do know that that is something we're going to be encountering because it's different once they start eating food. But especially the first 6 months, I mean, it's so easy. If you're not someone that hates laundry, it's like really not a big deal. I can't believe, I could just say this over and over, I can't believe how easy this whole process is so far. Like, I really thought, like, okay, I really want to do this, but like, this is going to be a big deal. No, not a big deal. It's actually fun. I feel so great about having him wear these. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna look at my notes because I need to see the other questions you guys have. Okay, so this is the only thing I think I haven't covered yet. What do you do in public with a soiled cloth diaper? Even at home, oh, I already talked about where do you store them before they're in the washer. So we already talked about that wet bag. Now, this bag, these, like I said, we have 2 of these bags, and these are our travel bags. Now, as you can see, there's 2 zippers. There's this main, like, bag area, but then there's this separate pocket area in the front. So what we do when we go out is we bring a couple of clean diapers in the front. Typically like 2 or 3 clean diapers will be stored up here. So we'll just take them and, you know, throw them in the, you don't need to see me put them all in, but we put 2 or 3 in the bag. And then when we need to change his diaper, same thing as at home, separate the pad from the shell or whatever, and then we throw it in this big section, and then we pull his clean diaper out of the front, and everything stays separate because it's a wet bag and the fabric is meant to keep it separate, and it works perfectly. And then we just bring wipes. Now, side note, am actually about to start using reusable wipes. I just ordered some off of Amazon, and I found a recipe for diaper liquid that I want to start trying. So at home, we're going to be using reusable wipes, but on the go, we just, you know, bring the wipes with us and then bring the diapers in here. And actually, depending on what happens in the world, we might be going on a little vacation this summer, and if we do, he will be using disposables then, because even though we'll be at someone's house, I'm not about to ask them if we can wash our baby's poopy diaper in their washing machine. I feel like that's rude. So maybe not. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily find it rude, but also it's like, it is a little weird. So yeah. Okay, so something I wanted to cover really quick in these Alvas are the snaps, because this is the thing that confused me. I thought that this looked so cool, like having all these snaps here, and I feel like in a vague way, I was like, oh yeah, you got so many ways that this could fit and adjust. I didn't understand what that meant. I'm not even sure I still fully understand, because I think there's a lot of possibilities, but let me show you what we've been doing. So you've got all these little snaps, right? So we take this top row, well, it's actually the bottom right there, and we bring it down, because what you do, so you've got this bigger diaper like this, right? But not all babies need the same diaper rise depending on how big they are. So as of now, Logan is on the shortest diaper rise. So I take that right there. Oh my gosh, see, I'm getting confused trying to talk and look. So what it actually is it's these 3 right here, 1, 2, 3. So it's these 3, and then these are the other, what is it called? The female and the male snap. So we've got the male snap, and we bring that top male snap down here and snap that in. And so what that does is that brings the whole diaper's rise down. See how it could be longer, but then it shortens it. So I bring all of those down, the top 3 down to the bottom, like that. So that automatically makes the diaper shorter. Now, all of these snaps, what you do is you bring it around, and you really see, this is one of the many cool things about cloth diapers, is it really allows you to customize the way that it fits your baby. And so I don't know if you've noticed this about babies, but when they're sitting up, they can get a little bit of a gut, like a big belly that falls over. And I remember with his disposable diapers, it would make me so uncomfortable to look at him in a certain position, because it's like, ooh, his little tummy seems so squeezed. But then when you expand it, like if you leave him a lot of room, then like, I don't know, he could basically just like pee out of the diaper. So it's cool because these can be adjusted while he's wearing them, first off. So if he's in a different position, or like, I don't know, maybe he's a little bloated, a little chubbier than normal, you can adjust it. Or kids like things different places. Like you're gonna vibe when you're putting their diaper on what kind of seems most comfortable. So what we do also, is on the inside, there's these 3, let me move again. On the inside, there's these 3 clips, right? And you, why is my hair always everywhere in this house? You bring it around and you basically just clip it however you want. So we tend to bring this bottom one That's kind of obvious, huh? We'll bring it over. Lately, he used to be on that first one, and when I'm making diapers, I always pin it on the first one. Just, I don't know, it's habit. It keeps the diaper more compact. But lately, he's been wearing the second one. And then you can take these and kind of pin them wherever you want. So if it's like you want to go a little like wider, you can bring it there and it has a little more room, or if you want to bring it in a little tighter, you bring it in. I mean, maybe this is super obvious to you, but like I said, this was one of the things that was kind of intimidating to me when we got these diapers, were the snaps. That's the reason we didn't use them in the beginning, because I thought he's too small. He doesn't fit in these. And now looking back, I realized we just didn't know how to properly operate the snaps. Would it have still been a little big on him? Maybe, yes, a little bit. Cloth diapers do tend to seem a little big on the kids in general, even if they're not, just because they're a little bulky and they're kind of like an outfit piece in and of themselves. But they're not even that bulky. Like, that's the thing. He can still wear onesies. Sorry. He can still wear onesies and they fit. We thought they weren't going to, but sure enough, they do. He even fits in like his pants and stuff with the cloth diapers. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. So these clips. So you have that bottom one that could go down, but because you have the 3 of them, if you wanted like an even more of like a low hip hug for whatever reason, maybe your kid's got like chubbier thighs, or I don't know, everybody's body shape is different, right? You know, you can really do whatever. You can bring that middle one down to the hip one. So suddenly it's, you know, it's a little bit of a lower cut like that. And for real, that's one of my favorite things about these, to be honest, is the customability, one of those words, of the diaper for your child. And the fact that you can change it throughout the day. I love that. Sometimes when he's sitting on our lap and he's sitting up, I'll notice, oh, the diaper's too tight now, but I want to keep you in this position for a while. So I'll loosen up the straps. I'll bring the buttons out, not straps. I'll bring the buttons out, and then he's more comfortable while he's sitting up. And then if I'm going to be laying him back down or he's going on his tummy, I'll tighten it back up, because then his little baby tummy comes back in. Oh my gosh, the only thing I didn't say, diaper rashes. Logan has never had a diaper rash. So I don't know if that's, you know, coincidence. Like so many things in life, right? Just like some people are prone to things. I don't know if it's because he's not eating solid food. When he was using disposables in the beginning, I will say we were buying like these bougie organic diapers. So he hasn't really had the same exposure to maybe the typical ingredients that are within diapers that a lot of babies are exposed to. So I know there's a lot of theory that disposables are what can cause diaper rash. So if there's anything to that, Logan has never had a diaper rash. We will see once he starts eating food, because some people also think that it has to do with the food that they're eating. But if that is anything to you, 0 diaper rashes so far, and that's been really nice. I mean, I feel like that's it. This is kind of a shorter video for me, surprisingly enough, for a blabbery topic. But let me know, first off, if you have any other thoughts. Like I said, leave them in the comments. I have so many experienced moms on my channel that have so much wisdom to offer, so feel free to chime in with your wisdom down below. Also, I just want to reiterate again, holy Toledo, I want to scream it from the mountaintops. Cloth diapering is so much easier than I thought, and if you are considering it, I seriously want to recommend that you dive in. I can't even imagine you regretting it. Like, I mean, maybe. Nothing is guaranteed, right? Maybe you'll hate it. But I really don't think so. I keep telling people, like in my real life, I'm like, I just want everybody to know about cloth diapering and how easy it is and how good it feels as a mom. Not that you should feel bad if your kid's using disposables, right? It's a big whatever. But it does feel good as a mom to like look at my kid and be like, you look so comfy and cute in that diaper. And knowing that like I'm not spending all of this money that's being thrown in the trash can. Like, that was the last thing I wanted to do. I was like, it's like wiping your butt with money. Like I literally couldn't bring myself to do it. And I don't even ever want to look back. It's amazing. And now that I know how amazing it is, there's literally a big part of me that's honestly like, I don't know why everybody wouldn't cloth diaper. Like, even if you're a busy working parent and you're like, well, that's nice, you work from home. This is what I've thought about. Honestly, then buy like 60 diapers. Like some people do that on the internet. Not everybody's in my boat and gets to just like hang out at home all the time. And people on the internet that I've seen talk about this will do that. They'll buy like 60 diapers. So if you're looking at $40 a pack, and you know, you want to get 60, then yes, you're going to be spending $400 like that person asked me, but $400 is so much cheaper than the $1,000 a year disposable rate, and then you're gonna have a ton. So a lot of these people that, you know, both parents work a job and, you know, they don't have the time to be doing a load of laundry every day, they will have a larger amount of diapers, and they will do laundry every couple of days, so that, you know, the diapers can sit in the wet bag if you want them to for a couple of days, and that's what some people do. So I just, at this point, I'm like, everybody should do it. Do what you want. You don't have to do it. But I want to encourage you so hardcore, because seriously, if you're thinking about it, I want to be the one to push you over the edge. Now, that being said, I also will have my link down below. So if you're interested in checking out Alva, don't get me wrong, I would be super hyped if you use my affiliate link, because every time you guys buy or like click on any of my links down below, you're basically supporting me and my family, and that means so much. But honestly, whatever, don't use my affiliate links. Just like hop on the cloth diaper bandwagon, because I don't think you're gonna regret it. But I just wanted to say that I will have links down below, because I purchased these off Amazon, so I will put an Amazon link down there. So yeah, I feel like this video was very spastic because I'm like a robot. I'm like stuck and in pain, but also like super hyped on cloth diapers. So I'm gonna go now. Don't forget to check the info box. If you're new to my channel, you wouldn't even know that, but check the info box, because I do these like semi-secret, I call them semi-secret because they're not secret, because I'm telling you, but giveaways to you guys to say thank you for your support, and to let you know that if you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you, and you should check the info box, because I get sent a lot of products from companies and I can't keep them all. And I donate a lot of them, give them to friends and family, and then I give a bunch away to you guys as a way to say thank you for your support. It means so much. So yeah, I could just keep going. I'm just gonna stop now. I will hopefully, God willing, see you back here soon with another new video. All right, bye guys.